Morning. So we're having some tricky kindergarten starts at the moment where, we're having conversations about feeling nervous in our tummy with Miss 4 and just reassuring her that that's okay. People get nervous about lots of different things, and I share stories about times when I get nervous myself, so she knows that it's okay to be nervous, because the minute we start making anxiety a problem and panicking about it, the more it feeds the anxiety in our children. So we try and normalize the experience so they know they're not alone. And I think probably the hardest thing when we're a parent with a child who needs that little bit extra because they might have separation anxiety or, just issues settling at the beginning of the day, because my little one loves kinder, but mum leaving or dad leaving can be really, really tricky. As an autistic person myself, I am hyper conscious of other people around me. So I don't do much in life that isn't hyper conscious. I'm always aware of where people's eyes are looking and the expressions on their faces and whether they make eye contact with each other. I know everything that's going on in a room that I'm in. I'm hyper vigilant, hyper aware. So something I have to be really conscious of is making the priority my connection with my child and doing what's in her best interests. Now, we are really nicely supported at kinder. I'm very, very lucky. But I know that parents really struggle because sometimes there are adults that work in these fields who aren't so supportive and understanding. And there can be looks and facial expressions and eye rolls and all kinds of business. I make a conscious effort to not think too much about that, because at the end of the day, that doesn't make a difference to my connection with my child. I also block out all the things I've ever read, heard, been told about how to parent. I know, sounds crazy, right? But it's probably the best advice I could give anybody. Because those things, while they might be great for other people, may not necessarily be my answer. So I work from my gut, I work from my intuition, and each of my girls need different things. So I tune into my child, I assess what she needs, and I do my best to provide it. If I need to spend 15 minutes, half an hour, whatever it is, at kinder with her, playing, cuddling, whatever it is, to make sure she's settled, to make sure she's safe, then that's what I'm going to do. Because sometimes when we follow advice from other people, it can actually make the problem worse, break the trust in our child, have them feeling more anxious and less safe and secure, because they feel that their parents aren't necessarily going to listen to them. So I always prioritize hearing my children and honouring what they need. I know how hard that is. I get it. I know how hard it is, because we're human beings. We're limited sometimes in what we can offer anybody, especially our children, because, parenting is a full-time job, and sometimes it can wear me out, especially when I've got other things going on, like issues with technology for my work that I have to see to. I also have to make a conscious effort to slow myself down, calm my vibe, because if I am stressing, anxious, rushing, panicking, instant guarantee of anxiety in my girls, instant guarantee. So at the end of the day, here's what I know. My girls are around for life. I am in their lives for life, hopefully. Those professionals that don't approve, that want to give us advice, that don't listen, and again, I'm very lucky I don't have any of those in my life. I have had, though. they won't be around. Sometimes they won't be around in 6 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now. So it's important to really evaluate prioritising. Is it going to be our children? What kind of long-lasting impact is what we choose to do with them today going to have? Or are we going to see ourselves appeasing those that don't understand our children? And what kind of long-lasting impact will that have on our children? Anyway, I'm ranting. Have a great day.